You are a man that is trying to book a 304. This is how you properly do it, and this is how you get you a good one. You're going to start searching on a reputable site, okay? Once you find one that you like, you're going to read through her profile. You're going to see what she's all about, and if she has a website. If she has a website, that's even better. Read through all of the ad and the website before even reaching out to her. Otherwise, you're wasting her time and your time, and it's annoying answering a question when the answer is already right there. If her ad says that she requires a deposit, there's no way around that. I have no clue what makes you think that she's going to say, you know what, I'm not going to follow my protocol for this one random person. If her prices are at a number that you do not want to spend, find somebody else because she's not going to work out a deal. And then you can't say, oh, I'm going to keep seeing you, because nobody wants to keep seeing a client that doesn't even pay the full rate and probably doesn't tip either. If she charges to FaceTime verify, that's normal because she has to get ready, hair and makeup. Most of the time, we're not sitting around ready for a FaceTime call or ready to go to a date. That's why we ask that you schedule in advance. Also, if I'm on the road driving, I'm probably using CarPlay. Now I have to pull over and turn the car off just to answer this FaceTime so you could see me. And don't think that you could do something to one and get away with it, because a lot of us do actually talk. There is like an interwebs. If you want to get special treatment or free extras from your provider, you do things like tipping in the beginning of the service because it just sets the tone. Like, oh, well, I better perform. He's got it. Like, you feel me? I want to keep seeing him. It just sets the tone, of course. Never negotiate, because once you negotiate, she feels like, oh, he's one of those. I'm just doing this because I need the money. Like, she's not going to treat you good. Send her a random 10, just randomly, right? Because when you do want to see her again, she's going to push you to the top of the line. Or if y'all run over your time, she's probably going to give you a little bit of more time.
Hey, you available? How you doing? You available? In call. Yeah. How much I want? How much time I want? How much for your quick visit? Half hour, hour. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm gonna do the half hour. I'm gonna do your half hour. Yes. I don't have FaceTime, but I do have Google Duo. Yeah, we can video verify. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you do BBJs in Greek? And I know y'all sometimes post it on y'all websites or whatever, but it's so many ads on there. I can't keep up with who is who said what. After reading hundreds of ads, so I'm sorry if I'm asking a question that was posted already. But do you do BBJ Greek extra? How much extra? Okay, cool. Yeah, we can definitely do that. We can throw that in for extra, yeah. Yeah, half hour plus, BBJ and Greek, yeah. Oh, definitely. All right, well, I'm ready when you're ready. Text the address so I can be on my way. I'll be on my put in the GPS and I'll let you know how far it is, and I'll let you know when I'm close. Okay. All right. What about the room number? What about the room number? Okay, you let me know when I get there. Okay, fine. All right. Yeah. We can video verify as soon as we hang up. All right. Cool. Thanks. Bye. Just that easy, fellas. Easy peasy. Like you ordering a pizza. Like you ordering Uber Eats. Like you ordering DoorDash. Just that easy. Just that easy. Man, I wish they had this when I was coming up. Man, just that easy. When I was coming up, man, you had to get it out the mud. You had to get it how you live. I'm talking about getting in your car, cruising around, and, all these seedy places, and hopefully you see one on a corner or just walking a blade, and you catch them like that. Or sometimes you just catch them in the neighborhood, just, out and about, anywhere, really anywhere, gas station, anywhere, but that's how you had to do it back in the days. These days, it's just as simple as picking up this and whatever you're looking for, in call. An in call is when you're going to them. An out call is when they coming to you. A car date, self-explanatory. You're dating in a car. Just that easy. She basically told you how to book. A lot of what she said, well, some of what she said goes for upscale 304s. Not everything she said, but just some of what she said, because some of what she says doesn't go for everybody, Wait, we can take a deep dive and see what she said. Let's go.
If you are a man that is trying to book a 304, this is how you properly do it, and this is how you get you a good one. You're going to start searching on a reputable site, okay? Once you find one,
you can do Trist. That's where all the high class upscale 304 is at. It's a one called Tryst. 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 There's the most popular one is Mega Personals. That's the top dog now. After they took Backpage away, is Mega Personal or List Crawlers. It's the same thing. It's the same company, different name, same postings, everything. That's the top dog. I don't even understand how or why they took Craigslist out and took Backpage out, but then you got 100 more others that's doing the same thing. You take those away, they'll have more. So it's like it can't be stopped. It can't be stopped. It can't be controlled. The only thing I think they need to do and should do is legalize this worldwide, especially in the United States. They need to, they got some places in the world, some places in the United States where it's legal, but it needs to be legal in all 50 states in the United States, because it's been around since the Bible days. It's not going nowhere. You can't rush yourself out of this so-called problem. It's not a problem to some people. To some people it is, and to some people it's not. So I can understand the immoral part of it, but I don't understand the illegal part of it. But yes, there's what else? There's another one. Oh, Skip the Games, That's been around for a while, So, and there's a few more. There's a bunch of websites you can go to, or apps, you can go to. And once you start getting around to those apps and certain types of websites, it gets to be more expensive. And how it is you're paying for an escort. You're paying for this lady's time, which is not illegal. You're paying to really go on a real date with this person. It doesn't matter if a cheap date or is a expensive date. But as long as y'all go on a date anywhere, somewhere, that's fine. It's perfectly legal. Whatever happens after that date is between two consenting adults, and that's perfectly legal. That's the difference between escorting and 304ing, which is all the same thing. It's just doing it differently, finding a loophole how to do it legally. And it's nothing wrong. There's nothing illegal about paying for a woman's time to date you, to take her on a date somewhere. You might have a company, you might have a workplace party, Christmas party, or with some type of celebration. You might want to take her there. It might be a special concert. It might be a concert, special event, festivals. Or sometimes they don't have to be concerts. Sometimes they don't even have to be something big and extravagant. You can take out to McDonald's if you want to, or take it out to a breakfast spot, or take out to a coffee spot. And then, whatever y'all decide to do after the date, then that's on y'all. Y'all grown adults, and that's not illegal. You're paying to go on a date. You're paying for her time, however long, a quick visit time. You're paying for a half hour all day, a few hours, 2 hours. You're paying for her time, and there's nothing illegal about that. But yeah, let's get into it more that she said.
That you like, you're going to read through her profile. You're going to see what she's all about, and if she has a website. If she has a website, that's even better. Read through all of the ad and the website before even reaching out to her. Otherwise, you're wasting her time and your time. And it's annoying answering a question when the answer is already right there. If her ads...
I'm not going to lie. Sometimes they do get annoyed when they got all their information on the website, but then y'all still call and we still call and ask some of the same questions. But that's a little small battle between the clients and the 304s, because the 304s don't understand that I'm not just looking at yours and calling yours. I'm looking at so many, and everybody is saying the different things, and I'm getting several numbers and maybe putting it on the side. Ooh, I like this one. Ooh, I like that one. Ooh, I like this one. Ooh, I like that one. And after I finish searching, strolling, like I'm strolling through Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, like when I'm finished strolling and seeing everything and everybody I like, reading all these different ads, it's hard to keep up with who says who. So I get the numbers, and then I call and I ask for what I want. It's the same identical thing as you watching a TV commercial, or you going through an ad online, and you might want to buy this certain, purchase this certain thing online or whatever, something at Walmart, anything. And even though all the information is there, you might go on Amazon, whatever. Even though all the information is there, sometimes you order it online, and sometimes they got a 1-800 number you can call. If you call a 1-800 number and order it that way, because some people don't like doing the online thing. If you do it that way, you're going to ask some of the same questions that's already posted. It's the same identical thing. But some girls don't get that. They get annoyed at that. But to hell with them.
Says that she requires a deposit. There's no way around that. I have no clue what makes you think that she's going to say, you know what, I'm not going to follow my protocol for this one random person. If her prices are at a number that you do not want to...
We talked about deposits before. Fellas, in my personal opinion, deposits is messing up the game. Stop sending deposits. I spoke about that before on another video, but I digress.
Spend, find somebody else.
Most of the time, sending deposits is a scam. Not all the time, but most of the times. So they get mad because the good suffer for the bad. It's like you don't want to suffer. You don't want to send a deposit because you've been scammed out of deposits like hundreds of times, and they have very short understandings when it comes to that. I mean, hey, but what can you say?
because she's not going to work out a deal. And then you can't say, oh, I'm going to keep seeing you, because nobody wants to keep seeing a client that doesn't even pay the full rate.
Not true. May be true for an upscale one, but you can negotiate. And if that price is cool or whatever, you can see them all the time for that price. But knowing her, she's going to say that's the lower ones. There's a battle going on between the 304s these days. It's the ones up here and the ones down there. And she would say, yeah, that's true what I'm saying, but that goes for the ones down there, not for the ones up here. So that's them. I let them have that battle. I'm not getting into that. That's a versus battle. That's a good one right there. A 304 versus battle.
And probably doesn't tip either. If she charges to FaceTime verify, that's normal, because she has to get ready, hair and makeup. Most of the time, we're not sitting around ready for a FaceTime call or ready to go to a date.
Most FaceTime verification or Google Duo or social media, whatever you have, verifications are free. You may run across once every blue moon I want to charge for that, but most of the time a video verify is free. They just want to see who they're talking to, just like you want to see who you're talking to before, or who I'm about to meet up with, just like you want to see who you're about to meet up with before you go. And they don't want to hold a long drawn out FaceTime verification chat. They just want, it usually lasts less than a minute, maybe 2 minutes, but you're not about to go 5 minutes and talking, because it's like, come on, it's time. So they just want to verify you, make sure that they're real and it's not fake pictures that's posted. They want to make sure you're real. They want to make sure you're not a cop. You want to make sure they're not a cop. It's, it's the, that's what the verification is all about. It's old school now. People don't really say send a pic anymore. Sometimes people they got pictures posted already, but sometimes, not all the times, it be fake pictures. So sometimes guys might say send a pic, holding up a peace sign, doing it just to prove it's you and not fake pictures. And they would do it, but people done got away from that. That's old school. Some people still do that, but that's super old school. You get that sending pic thing far in between. Most people say do the video verifications now. Videos don't lie, because even with sending a pic, you is still ways around that and still send fake pics and get caught up on some foolishness and BS. But you can't fake a video. That you can't do. So that's what people got. I'm glad on both ends, the 304s and the clients got smart on that end. Say let's video verify before we get together, and that way, we on the up and up.
That's why we ask that you schedule in advance. Also, if I'm on the road driving, I'm probably using CarPlay. Now I have to pull over and turn the car off just to answer this FaceTime so you could see me. And don't think that you could do something to one and get away with it, because a lot of us do actually talk. There is like an interwebs. If you want to get special treatment or free extras from your provider, you do things like tipping in the beginning of the service, because it just sets the tone. Like, oh, well, I better perform. He's got it. Like, you feel me? I want to keep seeing him. It just sets the tone.
Yeah, that's very, 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 very true. Fellas, I'm about to teach y'all a little lesson I have to learn. I had to learn myself. You're about to give her the money. You're going to give her the money. Instead of waiting until it's time to give the money and actually get down to business, just do it right then and there, as soon as possible. Here, boom. That way the ice is broken. They know you're not about to play no games. They're not about to play no games. It's like, oh, whoa, okay, he coming like that. I like him. Because they get just like we get a lot of game playing and foolishness and nonsense. They get a lot of game playing and foolishness and nonsense too. So if you come on in and bam, straight up, bam. And then, then if y'all want to chill, look, we ain't gotta get to it just yet, we can talk, we can hold a conversation. I just like to do that, up front, before, so you can hold conversation, da 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 da, boom, boom, stuff like that. Even for your regulars, still always do it up front, man. They got a little saying in the lifestyle in the game, purse first. So always give it that first. Normally, sometimes when you become regulars get so comfortable, clients get so comfortable, 304s get so comfortable until they'll let the guy, if he's a regular, give them the money last. If they done got that comfortable with him, they know he don't play no games. We done done it a billion times. He ain't never play no games. If he don't give it to me when we first encounter, I ain't tripping. We gonna go and do this, get it out the way, boom, and then he'll give it to me at the end on the back end. So you can do some guys do it like that as regulars, and the 304s, if they're comfortable enough with you as regulars, they'll let you do it like that too. But I still say, because it's still, no matter if they've been with you 100 times, there's still something. They can be with you a billion times. It still could be something in their mind that might think you might play games at the end. So it's always nice just to break the ice, give it to them straight up, even if you've seen them a billion times already. That way they at ease. They, they know you ain't about to play with them like that. And it makes them really want to perform for you, because in the back of their mind, they doing it with you, but they like, in the back of their mind, they like, I ain't get that money first, but he better not play with me at the end. But if you really want them to perform and be loose and be free, give it to them in the beginning so that won't be in their mind during the session.
Of course, never negotiate, because once you negotiate, she feels like, oh, he's one of those. I'm just doing this because I need the money. Like, she's not going to treat you good. Send her a random 10, just randomly, right? Because when you do want to see her again,
I would say, yes, negotiate. And yes, sending random small money put you on the list. Like, you ain't even have to touch it. You at your house, they're at wherever they at, and you just randomly send them a 10 or a 20. You up there. You are up there on their list. You ain't even about to see them that day. You ain't even about to touch them that day. But they know that, damn, this dude, he cool, man. He just, for nothing, I ain't even out the clear blue. He just spontaneous, spur of the moment, out just from nowhere. I ain't asked him or nothing. He just spam. Sent me a little something. You on the list. You ain't gotta be no big something. You on that list. You are so on a priority list. You done bump. If she got a clientele list, you done bumped. You up there. You are up there on that list. So she's right about that. They love little special treats and favors, and we're not asking or bearing gifts. They like that too as well. She didn't mention that one, but that's a good one as well. That'll bump you up on that list. Come with gifts.
She's going to push you to the top of the line, or if y'all run over your time, she's probably going to give you a little bit of more time.
That's extremely true. That's another thing that they wouldn't mind doing for you. If you show them love, they will show you love. Then, if you pay for a quick visit, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, if you pay for an hour, a half hour, and you go over your time, they're not tripping because they know how you roll. They know you are reliable. They know that you are consistent. They know that you are irregular. They know that you are very convenient. They know they can pick up the phone anytime to call you. And, oh man, you are so on that list. If you come, you just send them a random 10, send them a random 20, come bearing gifts. Man, yeah. Anytime you actually do it, you can pay for 30 minutes and man wind up going an hour. Yeah, it works. But in order for that to work, you can't do that the very first time. They ain't gonna let you do that the first time, and you probably even not the second time. You would have to have been a seen her first time, build a rapport with her, build a 304 type of relationship with her. Sure that you're really a good person, you're a good client. Show her some love, do random things like that, like she said. And when it comes to time, they won't be a hard clock watcher. They won't be a clock watcher. They wouldn't mind letting you go over the time. They wouldn't be thinking about no time. They ain't gonna be worried about no time. They ain't gonna be concerned about no time. They're not gonna be studying no time. If you show them love. This is 304 Sweet Daddy. Another episode of 304 Dating. If you have any questions, comments, criticism, complaints, put it down in those comments. Smash the like button. And I'm gone like what water.